So, you're thinking about buying your first home? Let me tell you right now, this is one of the biggest, most exciting, and sometimes terrifying decisions you'll ever make. But don't worry, because today, we're breaking it all down, step by step, so you can buy your first home with confidence. House with garden. By the end of this video, you'll know. White heavy checkmark: how to prepare financially, even if you think you're not ready yet. White heavy checkmark: the biggest mistakes first-time buyers make, and how to avoid them. White heavy checkmark: how to find the perfect home without getting overwhelmed. White heavy checkmark: and most importantly, how to actually get the keys to your dream home. Sounds good? Then hit that like button, subscribe, and let's dive in. Step 1. Understanding your finances. Before you even start browsing listings or daydreaming about your perfect home, let's get real about money. Fire first question: how much house can you actually afford? This is where most first-time buyers go wrong. They think, oh, the bank pre-approved me for $500,000, so that means I can buy a $500,000 house. Nope. Police car light. Just because you can borrow that much doesn't mean you should. Here's a simple formula that financial experts recommend. Light bulb: your total monthly housing costs. Mortgage, property taxes, insurance, HOA fees should not exceed 28% of your gross monthly income. Backhand index pointing right example: if you earn $5,000 per month, your housing costs shouldn't exceed $1,400. Pushpin pro tip: use an online mortgage calculator to estimate your payments. The hidden costs of homeownership. Man detective. But wait, there's more. When you buy a home, there are extra costs that first-time buyers often forget about, including money with wings: closing costs, usually 2 to 5% of the home's purchase price. Hammer and wrench maintenance and repairs: unlike renting, you're responsible for fixing things when they break. House with garden: property taxes and homeowner's insurance, these can vary widely based on location. Bell comment below, what's the biggest concern you have about affording a home? Step 2. Saving for a down payment. Now that you know what you can afford, let's talk about how to actually save for it. White heavy checkmark: traditional wisdom says you need 20% down, but guess what? That's a MYTH. House with garden: in 2024, you can buy a home with FHA loans, as little as 3.5% down, perfect for first-time buyers. Conventional loans, some require only 3 to 5% down. VA and USDA loans, 0% down if you qualify, military and rural areas. But the less you put down, the higher your monthly payments, so saving more is always better. Pushpin: fastest ways to save for a down payment. Cut unnecessary expenses: do you really need all those subscriptions? House hacking: rent out a room or Airbnb part of your current place. Side hustles: more income equals faster savings. Rocket comment: home, if you're actively saving for your first home right now. Step 3. Getting pre-approved for a mortgage. Alright, you've got your budget and savings plan, now let's talk about how to actually get a mortgage. Key: pre-approval versus pre-qualification. Pre-qualification, a basic estimate, good for browsing but not serious. Pre-approval, a deep dive into your finances, this is what you need to be taken seriously. Rocket: why get pre-approved? Heavy checkmark shows sellers you're a serious buyer. Heavy checkmark helps you shop within your budget. Heavy checkmark gives you an edge in a competitive market. Pushpin pro tip: get pre-approved before house hunting to avoid disappointment. Step 4. Finding the right home. Now comes the fun part: house hunting. But before you get caught up in the excitement, here's how to make sure you find the right home. Round pushpin: location, location, location. Look for neighborhoods with good schools, low crime rates, and future growth potential. Visit the area at different times of day. What seems peaceful at 2 p.m. might be a nightmare at rush hour. Magnifying glass tilted right: make a checklist of must-haves versus nice-to-haves. White heavy checkmark: must-have, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, close to work. Crossmark: nice-to-have, a pool, granite countertops, or a huge backyard. Eyes go to open houses and take notes. Don't be afraid to ask questions about things like age of the roof and HVAC system, HOA fees, if applicable, utility costs and internet availability. House: what's one feature you must have in your first home? Comment below. Step 5. Making an offer and closing the deal. So you found the perfect home, now what? Here's how to seal the deal. Keycap 1. Make a competitive offer. Work with your agent to decide on a price. Keycap 2. Negotiate like a pro. Don't be afraid to ask for repairs or credits. Keycap 3. Home inspection. A must. Never skip this step. Keycap 4. Final walkthrough. Make sure everything looks as expected. Keycap 5. Close on your home. Sign the paperwork, get the keys, and celebrate. They'll want a separate video on negotiating home prices. Let me know in the comments. Final thoughts. Your path to homeownership starts now. Buying your first home isn't just about finding a place to live, it's an investment in your future. If you follow these steps, you'll be ahead of 90% of first-time buyers out there. Speech balloon. Did you find this guide helpful? Comment house if you're ready to buy in 2024. Thumbs up like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one, because next up, we're talking about the top real estate markets for 2025. Rocket.